This is a special Fox for you. I'm launching this with you girls, so here we go. This is, hopefully I've got your palettes right, so I just want you to have turquoise, orange, brown, and purple, white and black ready to go in your palettes. I didn't want to waste the time with you and downloading all the data, wasting mum and dad's data. So I wanted, so I jumped ahead like a little cooking show, and I did the brown. So I divided it up into sections, so you can see that. So it's brown, T-bar, brown for the nose, out the side here, up above, almost for, I think, a big eyebrows, and then in the ears. That's actually purple, but it's gone brown because I put it on top of the orange, and some purple there. All right, so now we'll go ahead. I've got, this is the first time I actually gave my fox away, so I've got to paint it again. So I'm just looking at a picture of it down here, so if I keep looking down, that's what I'm doing. So let's paint. Like all my paintings, a lot of it's all layering. So what we're going to do with this part is we are going to go up in each tonal value just to get some layering into that. So I'm going to do that now with the brown. I'm going to mix a little bit of brown with some white because I just want to get a bit of a fluffy, nice little fluffy fox look. Foxes are always so silky and beautiful. What do you think? Do you think they must eat pretty healthily? Maybe all the chickens they eat. I hope they're not eating the chickens. So I'm going to come in here and I'm just doing flicking strokes. You girls know this from my classes, or anyone watching who's been to my classes. So I'm just doing, you can see how already that just gives it some of that furry look. So layer it up. Thank you for having me into your home. It's very nice to be here. So I'm just going to layer that up there. See, just to give it a bit of a lighter look, I'm going to add a little bit more white to my brown here because I've run out. To come in and layer. I feel like making lasagna, layer upon layer. Bit of a colourful lasagna, this one. And see how I'm even taking artistic license, which means I'm doing a little bit of freestyling. So that's looking really good there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to wash my brush. Oh, I'm going to get some of this orange with a little bit of white, because again I want to go up in a bit of a lighter tonal value on top of the orange here, and see how I'm almost like flicking the strokes. This is a beautiful painting because it really, it's quite dynamic, these colours. And like a lot of my paintings that I always say, once you get the base colours on, it's easier to work with. So, because you've got time at home, but I'm going to rush this because I don't want a big long video for you. But if you've got time at home, I want you to dry that base colour outside in the sun if you've got time, or if it's a rainy day, maybe if you've got mum or dad at home, they could pull out the hairdryer and just dry that for you. So I'm going to do the lighter orange up here now. There we go. So see, so all that same wispy stroke effect. Well, it's not too wispy. Oh, I forgot to tell you. So we're using a medium brush, a big medium brush, and you would have used that medium brush to do all of the painting until this stage. Sorry about that. Just don't want to do a tiny brush because you will be here forever. So I'm going to make up a little bit more of the orange here. That is looking fantastic. I love this painting. And like any of my paintings, we're not working on it being perfect. We're working on a bit of a really intense colour range. Okay, so for my next colour, I'm going to do the purple. And again, I'm going to mix that with some white. Because I want to go up in, what do I want to go up in? Tonal value. So I just want to make a brighter mauvey. Mauve colour. How pretty is that? This would have been a good one for Dan too. Dan would have loved this, I reckon. Dan, you need to be painting a fox. So there you go. So see, it's looking all nice and quite edgy there with the layering effect on top. So now I'm going to get the turquoise colour. Love my turquoise. There's very rarely a painting that I don't have the turquoise in. I always try to fit it in somewhere. So I'm going to come in on top here and even come down into, so see how it's quite a dry brush, although I washed my brush, I kept it quite dry. I'm even going to just do some quick little highlights out the side there, just to make it interesting with Mr. Wolf. And he huffed and he puffed. And he's not going to blow our house down, is he? So now I'm going to get some more turquoise on my brush, because what I want to start to do here is really emphasize. That means I want to really display these ears here. Showing the ears. Ooh, this fox is on fire. So cool. And don't forget the bottom here. So see, I've left this little gap here and here because this is where we're going to distinguish the mouth area. Okay, it's looking really, really good. So I'm going to jump ahead and I'm going to do the eyes. Again, I'm using a big brush, but if you want to use a smaller brush with this, I'm just going to come in around the eyes because I want that to dry. Because I want to come in and put some lighter amber coloured eyes on top of the black there. So I'm just going to do that for now. I'm not going to do the nose and the mouth because I want to do some white layering, so I don't want that to be messed up with the white. So now I'm getting a smaller brush. So that's a number 4 from your brush pack. And I'm dipping in quite deep into the container here. Or if you've got a brush pack at home, you can just make sure your white is really clean and coming in. See, I'm even thinking that's a little bit too thick for what I'm after, so I'm going to a number 2 brush here. So again, loading that. So this is called loading your brush, which really just means making sure you have a lot of paint on your brush. I won't get too carried away with technical terms in my art classes because I feel a lot of it's all about having fun and feeling your way around a painting is the best way you can develop your art. So you see coming into those edges there, because I want to, so this is called cutting in, so I want to just cut in to the canvas there without cutting it, but just with the paint. And see building up that whisker look. So I want to do the same over here. See how I keep dipping into the white because I want to keep it really nice and clean. Nice and clean there. You can be have a lot of energy with your moves there too. It's really taking on that Foxy look now. They're very elegant looking creatures, aren't they? It could be a wolf or it could be a fox. We change the colours, it could definitely be a wolf. Anyway, I am loving you, Mr. Fox. I think he's a Mr. Fox, this one. Did you read Mr. Fox at school? Yeah. I like that, the movie too. Okay, so now, just doing white all over, but again, cutting in. So remember that, cutting in those edges. And you can almost sort of outline the different sections there. Just beautiful. So what I'm going to do with the white up here, because I'm feeling like it's not really lifting off the canvas, and again at home you'll have time for this to dry, but I don't here at the moment. So I'm just going to come in with my thick brush and really make these ears really stand out. And in the process I feel like I've kind of lost one of the ears, so I'm going to kind of put that back in a bit too. But see how I didn't get upset? That's what I always say. I know I've got a lot of experience, but I always say to everybody, and this is true with anything, just don't get upset, because it's when you get upset, you can't work things out, can you? So if you just stay focused, you can fix it up. So again, if I had a bit of time, I would probably let that dry a little bit, because it's going to allow me to make a much stronger colour effect by not having it all blend in. But anyway, we are doing all right with the time that we've got. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to come in, I'm going to make these eyes a little bit orange. And with the orange, I'm going to mix a tiny little bit of black. Who would have thought black and orange makes quite a nice amber coloured brown. It's got really piercing amber eyes, this wolf. Okay, so I'm going to give that a little bit of time to dry. Just keeping an eye on the time here, trying to keep the videos down to 15 minutes. So I'm doing all right. So I'm going to come in and outline his little nose. So foxes have got just little button noses. And outline that. So this is with my medium brush. Sometimes I think a medium brush is even easier for doing outlines than a really thin brush, especially when you've got to work quickly. So I'm going to come in with this medium brush, and I'm going to go into the segments or different sections, and then do a little bit of heavier black in there, in the centre part. Oh, up into my hat. You know my hat's always when I'm just having a bad hair day, don't you? Yeah. 3 boys, I run out of time for hair. Okay, but hair's not important. Art's important. Okay, so I'm coming in there. So now I'm going to, this is quite important, just taper this area in. So be a little bit more careful with your brush strokes there. How nice is that? I'm even just going to lightly do some dry brush over the top of that one. Outline in here. Oh, I nearly forgot. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to wash this brush. I need my white. Where did I put my white, everyone? Are you all white? Probably that's my normal go-to joke. So now I'm going to put that in there, white on top, because we want to be able to distinguish and see where the head starts and the background finishes. So now for the ears. So it's quite important to take time with the ears and really piece it in. So see how I'm doing that there? So really piece in that edge. And you can go a bit darker on the edges because foxes have got that nice little silky black edge on their ears. Can't believe ladies in another era used to wear fox furs, poor little foxes. So there we go. I'm glad we don't do those things now. Okay. It's looking good. So what I'll do, I'll do some round. Oh, lost my feather. Round circles there for the eyes. You could do them out quite wide, but you still want the amber showing up. So now's the time to grab your white that was hiding there. Do 2 little dots. Do a little highlight out there. Even highlight and put in some little highlights there. And now's the time where you can come in with some extra white on top. And finish off the top of the fox's head here. How good's he? Isn't he just spectacular? So there is the fox. I'm even impressed with myself. I love a good painting. Okay, so keep moving with yours. Take your time. Any questions, send me an email and send me lots of photos. Okay, love you lots. Bye.